Hello and welcome to Coach's Corner. I'm Dean Meagher. Now I know you may not have been playing a lot of golf lately. The weather has not been up to scratch. Hopefully you get more days like this so you can play a lot more golf. The reality is when you don't play a lot of golf, your body can get a little bit less flexible and a little bit less strong for golf. And I'm going to give you a really great routine that'll get that flexibility back and a little bit of mobility so that when you start playing again, you'll still be playing well. We don't want to fall into the habit of not playing a lot of golf, allowing our bodies to get stiff and then coming back and immediately putting your body under strain with the golf swing. It's how you get injured and also how you don't really play your best golf. So here's the routine. I'm going to start with the stretching routine. I won't need these golf balls, but I will need the golf club. I'm going to start with just from the ground up. So we're going to start with our ankles. Feel free to join me with this routine. I'd love you to join me. I'll go through this relatively quickly because we don't have time, but you guys could take a little bit more time doing this. Just keep replaying it and take your time. So really important just to stretch your ankles out a little bit. I roll it in, I roll it out, roll it in, roll it out, and then again just getting that sort of blood flowing into that area. We then move into our hamstrings. Try to touch your toes. I have quite tight hamstrings. I have to work on it very hard, but still can't quite get to my toes. But very important to stretch out your hamstrings for golf. It allows you to protect your back and allows you to twist and still lean forward without that whole standing up thing that I think a lot of people get, or the head up thing that you hear. So flexible hamstrings really helps with that. Next we're going to try is our hip. So I'm just going to tuck my pelvis under a little bit, feel like my belt buckle is going to the sky, and I want to feel this stretch just at the top of the back leg. The more I tilt my pelvis up, the more I can really feel a stretch through here. So we need to stretch out the hip flexors, especially if we've been doing a lot of sitting, which some of you may have been doing. I have been, so I need to stretch these. I then go to the side of my hips, so I'm going to cross my leg over, get some stability from something to hold so you don't fall over while you do this. I'm leaning right forward, really trying to feel the stretch at the back bit, sort of the side, top bit of the hip there. Leaning forward, switch legs, both sides. That is a really great stretch. I like that one. Feels really good. Better than the hamstring, that's horrible. All right, moving up the body, we're now going to go to our torso. So we're actually going to stretch high in the sky, and then we're going to twist, and then we're going to lean back and try to feel like we're stretching all the side of our body up through our arm, through our shoulder. This one, Butch Harmon does with all his students before he goes to give them a lesson. He makes sure they do this, twist, and then stretch back. Bit of a name drop there. Of course, I'm going to drop that name for the next like 5 years. Stretch back. Very good. Excuse me, my jumper. I'm not dressed in the correct gym attire, but that feels a really good stretch through my torso. I then go to my neck. I'm going to hold my shoulder, tilt my head. Hold my shoulder down, tilt my head away. Feel the stretch through there. Finally, I just like to get to my wrists. Got to make sure they're limbered up. So just doing nice rolls, really trying to get the extreme of what the wrist can move. I'll just do a few little stretches like this. Really get through the wrist. We don't want to get any tendonitis. We want to make sure our wrists are nice and flexed. So that's the general flexibility routine. I'm now going to go to just a couple of stability routines because I think this is really important for golf. One of my favorites is to step back, go down, and then cross your front leg. Keep your both arms straight. Down. It's like you're doing a lunge, but a back lunge. So you step back, go down, twist. This is a really great exercise. I can really feel it through my torso. So I'll do this a few times, and you've got to keep your arms straight. Don't just move your arms like this. You've got to chest has to follow. Your head could follow it if you want. That's still a good feeling. We just don't want to just move our arms only. I want your chest to turn across your front leg. We then go into a bit of a hip movement where I'm going to bend my knee, and I'm going to keep my belt buckle facing the camera while my knee goes to the side. Keep my belt buckle straight in. I don't want to turn with it because then I'm not getting it from the hip. I'm trying to open out my hips, really get some flexibility there. So when then I go to swing the golf club, my hips turn. Really good exercise there. I then go to Superman. So stretching my arms out, my leg up, really trying to squeeze the glute muscle. Stretching out, leg up. Try to stay balanced while you do that. Not easy, but that's a quick little routine that I like to do. We've got a bit of flexibility, a bit of stability, and a bit of mobility. And I think that's really important, because when you come back to golf, you want to feel still strong. You want to feel like you've got flexibility and you're ready to swing the club as best as you can. On that note, there will be an incredible clinic that's going to come out in the next 2 months. I want you guys to keep an eye out for it. It's called Mind Body Golf. It's essentially me, Jillian and Jared bringing out a really wonderful clinic where we do a little bit of mindset stuff. So learning how to be confident, patient, focus on the golf course, learning how to plan out your rounds, learn how to practice well. Then we move into the body side of things. We'll always, for every clinic, we're going to do about half hour of very golf specific exercises up through your body, making sure that you've got a good strong core, glute, hip, get flexible, and get a bit powerful as well. And then finally, the last bit of the lesson will be on skills tests, to making sure that each part of your game has really good and fun practice drills that you can do to keep you moving forward with the basics that you would have learnt in potentially something like the development program or the Endeavour program. So for those of you that have done that program and have some idea of the basics, this is the next program for you. So I want to get everyone involved with this, because both men and women, we're going to separate, obviously have a men's clinic, have a ladies clinic. Mind Body Golf, keep an eye out for it. It's going to be released in the next couple of weeks. So I want everyone to put their name down. It's going to start early September. It's going to run for about 12 weeks, and I want to help members of Eleanor get strong, both in the mind, body, and also with the way they practice. So keep an eye out for that. I look forward to seeing it, and keep doing that flexibility and stability workout. Do it every day, and when you come back to golf and start playing regularly, you'll still play well and hopefully avoid any injury and play your best golf.